Hi, my little chickens. It's Jenni Love, live from the compound today. I know I didn't go on this morning to say that I would be live, but I am going to do this today from here. Hey, how are you? So I thought I would just do a little chat. Hey, Mary, good morning. How are you? Live from my house. I don't know if any of you follow us on Facebook, but Erin is away for 2 weeks. And I said I was going to keep, this going. And I have a sidekick for next weekend. Hey, Amy, how are you, honey? Hey, Heather, how are you, honey? So I said I was going to keep it going. We're not going to do meditation today. I'm drinking my bone broth today. Oh, yeah, happy 4th of July, too. So I said I was going to keep it going. I have a sidekick for next week, which is Miss Jill. We're going to talk about past life regression. She does a fabulous past life regression, and we're scheduling a night at the shop. Shop was supposed to reopen this week, and I needed some more time. I needed some more me time. I don't think I've left the couch in 2 days. I needed some less people, I guess. It seems kind of funny that we've all been, hey, Jilly Bean, I just mentioned your name. There she is. That's the fabulous Jill. She's going to be live with me next week. We're going to talk about past life. We're going to do a meditation. We're going to keep the format the same. Today's is a little rogue. Today's a little off. Like I said, I'm at the compound today. My brother's working. He's doing his thing. My husband's over there doing his thing. I'm sitting in my outdoor sort of temple space. And hey, Deana, how are you, honey? So, hey, Sayad. I hope I pronounced that right. Hello, how are you? So I'm just live today. Thought I'd have a little chat. Like I said, we were supposed to open this week. I really couldn't manage it as you, hey, Joyce, as you all know, that I was having like total meltdown mode lately. It's all, I think, even though we've all been home, you think we're home for 3 months. How hard can it be? I totally had a meltdown this week, and I was totally done. I know I mentioned it, but I needed to not deal with humans, and I needed to just deal with me. So I postponed our sort of grand opening to the 9th. So the store will be open on the 9th. I am new here. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Well, it's funny that you're new here, and it's sort of an odd week. Normally, it's my partner and I, as you see below here, it says Evie Hart and Jenni Love. Evie Hart is camping with her family. They do that every year. So she's camping. And we normally have a little chat, maybe invite somebody on to talk, and then we do a sound bath and meditation. And we've started that in March when sort of the apocalypse hit, and we just kept it going. This week I didn't really open the store, and I thought we weren't going to do something, but I thought I'd just come on for a chat, pull our normal weekly card, answer any questions anybody has. I was looking for your car ride this morning. Penny, everyone, my girlfriend Penny. I know, because I didn't go in the car this morning. Like, I've been on my couch. I wasn't going to the store. We're not open. We closed. It's the 4th. Everybody, took some time. I totally decided to take some time. I haven't had any time. I know, again, we were all in the apocalypse for 3 months, sitting around doing nothing. And hey, Tina Chang, and we were all sitting around what we think doing nothing, but I didn't stop. I never stopped working my muggle job, and we never stopped at the shop at all. It was crazy. So I didn't even have like days off, like even Sundays, trying to play catch up. So I didn't stop in the apocalypse. Yep, that's what I need. Me time. Thelma, it's so important. I have to tell you, my nerves, I think, are completely shot. So when my nerves are shot, my adrenals are taxed, I have to totally take care. And so it's bone broth and it's ashwagandha tincture. You know, you got to be nice to all your nerve endings. Tony's here, our sound engineer. How are you, honey? Can you hear all the crazy background noise? Like my husband's working, my brother's working. I'm at the compound today. I thought it would be much easier than running down to the. And I wanted to do it outside and have my little coffee. So anyway, I was saying the shop will be open on the 9th, and I thought I would still pull our card. We always talk, you know, tarot, never tarot. We laugh about that all the time at the shop. I have a Tarot 101 class. It's 2 nights. It's extremely basic. And when you ask the question, can anybody do this? I say yes. And I'm going to give you the most basic 2 nights beginning, a little bit of history, talk about the cards, talk about the theory. And it's 2 nights. I didn't think you'd be on today. I know, I didn't think I'd be on today either. And then I was hanging around here. And I thought, well, why not let the people know what's happening? Jenni Love, you know, she had a nervous breakdown and she needed some time off. Hey, Stacy. Oh, Stacy Ann, how are you? We had such a nice time. That is something that was really fun. And I did see people for the first time, like other people, like not part of my pod people, like other people at a party. And it was so much fun. I hadn't seen a lot of those people in many, many years. And that was very nice. I have to say that helped my soul a little bit. So yeah, back to my tarot class. So I think I have 1 in-person seat for the 2 nights, which will be July 9th, which is a Thursday. And then it's also the following Thursday. So it's 2 nights. It's $50 for both nights, not each night. $50 for both nights. It's 1 class, but it's going to take 2 nights. There's online tickets available. I will be also giving it online. So if anybody's interested, if you go on either event page, either Broom Book and Candle or to Chicks Bewitched, you can find the event. And I have, like I said, I have 1 in-person, I think, space left because I'm trying to at least maintain everybody, you know, safe and sitting and listening to me talk. And then I'll have it online as well. So it alleviates, you know, too many people in the shop. I have a teeny weeny little brick and mortar. Sometimes to elevate, we need to isolate. Hey, Andrew. Yeah, agreed. That's what I did for 2 days now. And I thought maybe it was time to come say hi, which is why I came on to see you guys. Because what did we do the entire apocalypse is we stopped in and we got together on Saturday mornings. So I figured, well, why stop that just because I'm having a day, right? No. So I decided to come on and do this and talk about tarot. And if anybody wanted me to pull them a card, but I'm going to do the one for the collective, like we always do, that, you know, we have for us for the week. And if anybody is local, our tarot scopes hit the papers on Thursday. So the paper that comes out once a week for the News of the Highlands. You hear my brother singing. And Thursday, they came out in the News of the Highlands and the Cornwall Local. So we do tarot scopes. So we pull a card for each sign, and my partner pairs it. Hey, Dora, how are you, honey? My partner pairs it with a crystal that complements, helps accentuate the card, or maybe helps protect you against the card. You know, if it's something maybe a little off, maybe you want some protection. Tell him I said to stop. Right. You heard him, right, Deana? Like he's gonna walk around here singing. I'm sure of it. You know, he's like, I'll turn the radio down. I'm like, whatever. The people don't care. It's all real. It's all my house. Like I said, you came to my house today. Mi casa, su casa. You know. Hey, Melissa, how are you, honey? So I'm just about to pull a card for everybody for the collective. So let's see. What do we get? calls me stupid. Don't let him call you stupid. Kick his ass. Okay. So we, as a collective, pull 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups in my deck. Traditionally, it does talk about choices, that there's many in front of us. It's probably true right now as a collective that maybe all of a sudden we have all these options. The universe is putting all these sort of choices in front of us. Do I go to that party? That was definitely on my mind last Saturday. I was like, do I go to this party? I don't know. And then at some point, sometimes you forgot yourself. You went to shake somebody's hand and you didn't quite know what to do. Maybe we're all faced with these, or do I go back to work? I've been doing fine at home, or do I get a different job? Have we reevaluated things? These choices that have come up. But in my deck, there's a slight change on that. There are a lot of choices, or you're looking for an answer to a question. I feel like we're all searching, and that's what he's doing. He's searching. The problem is we're missing the point, which is right here. We're missing it. Perhaps we all need a little bit of clarity, but we need to stop looking in the fuzzy water. It's all a little fuzzy over there. The answer is right under our nose. And I believe that if we just change our perspective, we might have better clarity. It's funny, this card is, it's just so poignant. I think for me, exactly what I probably needed to hear this week. So I find that interesting, but I'm sure there's lesson in that 7 for all of us, right? So it's going to be stuff like that in my class. You'd learn how to be able to interpret that card. I do maintain anybody can do that. And Deana says, oh, it's an inside joke. No, tell him, hi, stupid. Oh, okay, I gotcha. I don't know. He went back around front. He probably didn't want to be anymore on the Facebook Live. So he took off. I'll tell him, hi, stupid. So I guess I'm wondering, Nicole Hudson, word, LOL, she says, Penny, word to your mother. Hello, cousin. How are you? Would you pull one for me, please? Toni. Sure. I will pull a card for Miss Toni. It's funny because Toni can pull her own cards. That's a funny thing we will talk about too. Do you pull cards for yourself? Can you pull cards for yourself? I think the tarot, the immediate question I'll answer is, is it evil? No. And you'll see why. You'll see why. So yeah, Miss Toni, I will pull a card for Miss Toni. I'm right. You know what? I'm sorry. I saw it. It's on the bottom, and now it's yours. So what's happening that's going to cause you great disappointment? Because the 3 of Swords, that's what it talks about. It's great. It's just disappointment. Sometimes it refers to there's a 3 sort of fold aspect to it, and I just mean 3 things like home, health, finances. Not necessarily 3 people, but yes, there's some aspect. She says, fuck. I got you, Toni. Yeah, it's not lovely. That's not lovely. For right now, it's not lovely. However, what I tell people when they pull a card like this, on the other side of this situation is always something better. And a hawk just flew over my head. So while whatever's happening is disappointing, when it lands correctly. In the tarot, in the major arcana, the Tower is followed by the Star, because after the shakeup is, the light at the end of the tunnel. So it's disappointing now. It provides growth. There's the hawk now circling over my head, Toni. So, good medicine hawk, right? So if your disappointment, if that's any indication that it's going to be okay, right? The Hawk's agreeing with you. You hear him? I hear him now. So he's like, yeah, it's going to be okay. Hey, Jill, can you pull one for me? Well, of course I can pull one for you. Oh, oy vey, she says. Toni. All right, Jill. You know I like that one, right? Justice. And, you know, you could probably read this way better than I could read this, but hey, Meg from Detroit. How are you? How are you, beautiful? So justice. Karma. The karma bus is coming, right? So if you've been waiting for the karma bus, this always talks about the karma bus pulling up. And, you know, when you talk about karma, it's not good or bad. You don't say somebody has good karma or bad karma. You just have karma. You know, it is what it is. So there is no good or bad. It's like magic. There's no black or white. There just is. So there's no good. If you do something, you will get like karma back, maybe like karma. So the karma bus is pulling up. Balance. I love the balance in this. And this could actually talk about legal aspects as well. So if there's a legal action coming, I like this card when you pull a card for me. If you have some legal shit happening, this is a nice card. So Stacy says, okay, I'm intrigued. Pull one for me. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to try to keep these in order. So I have Stacy, and then I have Melissa, and then I have Catherine, and then I have Tina. So I'm just going to try to keep things in a little bit of order. And if you have a specific question, I know that's, you know, that sucks live on Facebook, right? You know, I have a specific question, but you could ask a specific question. All right. So Stacy. King of Pentacles, lovely card. Talks to me about sort of the height of success, and not just monetarily, but when it comes to the home and stuff. So I feel like coming up, when we talk about, can you pull a card? It's usually like, what can I expect or what's coming up? So Stacy, so this shows me that home and hearth, things of that nature, really going to sort of settle into a very nice, warm comfort. You know, it like all the planets align, like everything's very nice. It, you know, like I said, height of success, you know, you're at your, you know, your best. You know, what's the king? He's, you know, the top tier when you're going, you know, ace through ace through king, like in a playing card, you know, king's the top, right? That's the best card you can have. So it's the same. And this card talks about finances, home, hearth. And so you'll be having a very nice, warm, you know, existence coming, you know. So I like that. And if anything was happening in the home or happening house-wise, it's all coming, like some peace is what I'm feeling like. I like that card. All right, so I just don't want to miss where I was. So that was Stacy. It's hot as hell here, Meg says. I know I'm going backwards a little bit. It's nice right now. I feel the mug right here, but it's nice. All right, Stacy, can you pull Melissa? Okay, so I have Melissa and then Catherine. Oh, Princess of Swords. Melissa, and you know, Melissa's my cousin. So without being like, I know what, you know, I know things, I immediately thought what's happening with the baby girl, right? Mr. Rogue Witch is waving. Okay, I'll see you later. You know when you'll be back? Told you real.
I'm not sure.
Okay, all right. What's happening with the baby girl? Okay. It talks about maybe a little bit of struggle between head and heart if she's got maybe some decision coming, because I do feel like this has to do with her, and it comes up, you know, just a little bit of struggle. But again, I know how old she is, so I know that that is completely a typical sort of, it's sort of easy. I hate when my cards are easy, so that's why I'm sort of apologizing. But maybe she's got some decision, you know, where her head's saying one thing, her heart's saying something else. Like she knows she should do this, but you know, or feel this way or something. She's got a little bit of maybe it's like a disconnection here. It's a little bit of struggle, but you know, that's kids today. You know, mine grunts. He's in the he's not here. He's with his dad this weekend, and yeah, like this apocalypse. What, he just played more video games in his room, right? You know, he didn't even have to work, so he didn't even have to go to school. He was all brooding and grunty, and so I know the age. So I think there's something, you know, there's something happening. So. All right, so I got Melissa. All right, Catherine McGuire. Could you pull one for me? Sure. Catherine McGuire. Ooh, the High Priest. It's a good card. I like the High Priest. So Major Arcana card, for those of you that might be taking my class on the 9th, if you go to the events page, you'll see it's called So You Want to Be a Tarot Reader. And you'll learn things about the major arcana, minor arcana. What the hell is that? This is a big shift card. When I see him, I'm thinking immediately that there's someone coming into your being that may be new spiritual guru. Maybe you'll take a class. Interesting that I keep talking about my class, but there's, you know, it's a formal setting. It's not just maybe a book you'll pick up and sort of like try to learn something informally. There's a definite person at the helm of this, and I think going to be showing up in your space sometime soon. Because I always say when the student is ready, the teacher will present themselves. And so you're ready to take whatever this step is, or this class is, or this, you know, movement is. And so a teacher is going to present themselves. So. Hey, Tina. So I got you now. And again, I laugh because I'm pretty sure Tina can pull a card for herself. I don't do it either. I don't pull for myself. That's a funny thing to me. I don't mean funny, haha. It's weird. I think that let me think, Tina. I've got to pick a card for Tina. Hold on. Oh, the lady. Oh, Tina, I love this card because, you know, she talks about all things fertility. Fertility doesn't always mean baby. Yes, it can mean that there is a baby coming in your circle, sure. But, you know, abundance and fertility, you know, you birth ideas, you know, you birth businesses, yes, and children. But so something like that's coming, and big, because again, she's a major arcana card. So if you're thinking of that something, that idea, it's coming. It's going to be big. It's going to be fruitful, right? That's what I get from her. That's what I get from her today. I get other things from her. We'll talk about that in my class too. Like I get other things, but today that's what Tina got. Okay, so I have, wait, now I'm on Meg. I just want to, if she's still here, let's see. My little friend Meg. Ooh. So Meg, I like this because this screams possibilities. So I'm going to hide your comment here so you can see the card. So the Ace of Cups. Aces are talking to me about beginnings. This is definitely the beginning of a beautiful friendship. It's what I always come up with. So somebody's going to show up in your space. Somebody significant is going to show up in your space. Not necessarily romantic. It's not always, but there's a significance in this meetup that's coming soon. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. Hey, Dora. Hold on a second. I lost where I was. Stacy says, okay, wait. I got to Dora. I'm going to get to Dora and I'm going to get to Carrie. Those are the two next. If you feel called, I'd love a quick read. Elba, I'll get to that too. Stacy says, I like that. Yeah, it's a nice card, the King. That's what he talks to me about. Shelly says, hey, Toni. You know, you guys are delayed when I'm talking to and you guys comment. So I'm trying to get back to that. Yeah, Tony's our sound engineer. And since I'm not doing a sound bath today, you know, Tony's got the day off, really. Oh, Melissa says yes. Yeah, okay. So that's what I got there, cousin. You know, that's an interesting, I will talk about that in my class too. You know, it's an interesting thing to pull for people you know. Like, can you pull for people you know? Like, is that my ego talking or is that the cards? It's hard. You have to sort of try to separate yourself. And I don't normally, but when I do get hit, like, I do say the thing. So let me get back to, because there's a lot of pull one for me. So, all right. So I'm on Dora. And if I missed you, I apologize, but I am trying to stay in order. So, all right. So we got Dora. I thought this was fun today, right? Everybody gets a card. All right. Let's see. Miss Dora is in my Tarot Chronicles. I run a online tarot forum. We meet twice a month where we do assignments. It's called the Tarot Chronicles. And, you know, that's for more advanced. I'm really going to make you a reader. You know, you're going to read for other people. And that's we do, I hand out assignments and then we meet on Zoom. And so Dora's in that. She has the benefit. So again, another reader that I'm going to pull a card from Miss Dora, but Dora's she's a good reader. Oh, I see the disappointment again today. So there's some disappointment coming. There's not much to be said about this card. You know, I don't love, when I say don't love, you know, if you were sitting in a reading with me, we pull more cards, we get more intimate, you know, I understand. But this is just a disappointing card. There's not really much else to be said about that. And also, except for the fact that it also involves some level of threeness, like I said, whether it's job, home, personal life, or, you know, you have 3 kids, or something, but there's an element of that involved in this disappointment that's coming. I'm sorry. It's a tarot. I would pull another card if you were in my face. So okay. I'm sorry about that. So I got Carrie now. So I'm going to pull a card for Carrie. This is a nice card. 9 of Cups. Traditionally in decks, this card discusses like an abundance. If you think about the suit of cups, it's about your emotions. And 9 of Cups, you know, he's wealthy and you see all these other cups he's surrounded by, you know, so it's nice. So if there was strife in your family, that is going to be put to rest. That's what I really feel like from this. If there was some, and this is for Carrie here, because this tells me of a meeting and breaking of bread and everybody being sort of on the same page, especially when it comes to family. That's what it says to me, that if there was some strife, I believe it's going to resolve itself, if that makes sense. Okay, so Elba is next if you feel called. So I'm going to grab a card for you. Oh, this is a lovely little card. Miss Elba. I don't know if you're looking for love, but it's going to find you for sure. And if you are in a relationship, I'm going to say that it's pretty significant. So the 2 of Cups often talks about soulmates to me. And I know that's a really hokey, I'm going to just say it, it's hokey, but it just, to me, means that you've done this with this person before. You're like, my son is my soulmate. Like, I believe you have lots. It's not necessarily romantic. It's just, to me, it's somebody that you have the soul connection to. So I feel like, but this is specific to also romance. So I do feel like you're either going to meet that, you know, that person that's going to feel like you've known them before, or you are in that relationship already. And he's truly significant is what I'm getting at. So that was Elba. Okay, good morning. Good morning. First time here, Madeline. Well, welcome, Madeline, and I hope you're hanging out. This isn't it's so funny that I got a lot of first time here. This isn't the normal format. Normally I have my partner and we chat, and maybe we have a person we interview and we chat, and then we have a sound bath and guided meditation. This is not the normal format for our Saturday morning CHiCK.CHAT. But I thought, what better place to sort of work out my angst? So happy 4th, my love. Hey, Ricky. Okay, so, hey, Madeline, can you pull one for me too? Sure. I'm hoping, like I said, if I missed you, comment again if you feel like I skipped you, because I don't want to skip folks. All right. So Madeline. Oh, this one's easy. I'm going to take that away. So this is another major card. I know that maybe for some of you don't know what that means. It's a big shift. That's a big deal card. This one, unfortunately, I say tells me you don't protect yourself well. There's something happening in your circle of people, your circle of friends, the people that are closest. You need to tighten it up, maybe set better boundaries. Your boundaries are being sort of crossed. You may sort of have some accountability in that you're allowing it. There's the saying, what you allow will continue. And this is not the normal textbook, what this card means. It's something that it says to me. So like I said, I feel like you have something happening that you need to protect yourself better, is really your boundaries. You need better boundaries. You need to not let people sort of walk on you, is really what that's telling me. I hope that helps. Hey, Christina Marie, she says, good morning. Good morning, beautiful. I never had a car. My first car ever, please. I'm not sure. Pull for me. I never do that for myself. Oh, wait, I missed. Barbara's here. Hold on. Oh, Patricia, I'm trying to pull one for me. See, I had to go back. Sorry. So again, if you feel like I missed you, oh, I think Nene signed up for the class. I believe you're in the tarot class that I'm giving for 2 nights, the intro to tarot. So you're going to learn a lot of this. This is going to be fun. So I'm going to pull a card for Nene. Oh, again, High Priest. Interesting. So that's funny because you are coming to the class, and that's really what this card is saying. So that's really interesting to me. When I took my very first, because I believe you're always a student of the tarot. I still take classes all the time. I love talking about it. I learn from my students all the time. So you got to keep your chops up. You have to keep fresh. You have to keep open, right? You have to be able to have that line of communication energetically to the universe. And so when I was taking my very first class, we were supposed to pull a card a day and diary what that card was. I pulled this card 4 days in a row. I went, all right, I'm done. Like, I get it. I'm taking a class. Like, I get it. I'm in the class, taking the class. Got it. So when they're this obvious, it's sort of a little annoying, but yeah, you're taking a class with something very, it's sort of spiritual, Yeah, definitely. It's really funny that they're very that way. Let me make sure I get back. Nene, first time here too. Well, welcome all these first timers. And I'm doing something really rogue today. So that's sort of funny. Okay. Patricia, let me get you. Oh, the big bad dog is back here. It's okay. Oh. Come on, get him out of here. Quick. Pick him up if you have to. Dogs. Drama. Can you pick a card? Patricia, I'm going to try to get back to that. Hang on. There's shenanigans here at the compound. Two of Pentacles, Patricia. So coming up, it's going to be like a decision about robbing Peter to pay Paul. It could be monetary and it could be energetic, where you're putting your energy. Okay. And you're having to choose between the two. Do I pay this bill or do I pay this bill? Do I invest over here? Do I invest over here? But there's a decision coming up. Yeah, it's very calm. She's doing her thing. It's not tumultuous. Like I don't feel like it's a decision that way, but it's almost like I'm just choosing, the best that I can at the moment. She's pretty calm. She's keeping all her balls in the air, but it is a juggling act. So, isn't that sort of for everybody at the moment? Sort of, I get that. But yeah, you're coming up on that, having to make sort of a concrete decision about that. Hey, Barbara, how are you? Happy 4th. So I will pull one for Barbara. I just wanted to give him another quick shuffle. Oh, okay. Hey, Barbara. So if you're still with us, 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords talks to me about leaving something behind and heading for higher, drier, calmer ground. It's bittersweet. You know, it's not a light decision. It's not like, oh, this isn't serving me, I'm going to leave this behind. It's something a little more, you're a little more attached. It's going to be like, you know you have to, but it's not easy sort of thing, but you're going to leave it behind, and your boat's going to head for dry land, less turmoil, which is good for anybody, right? Okay, Barbara, happy 4th. Lori Beck, hey, how are you? Yeah, I don't pull for myself either. I have a really bad habit of when I pull, if I do pull for myself, I make sure like people are with me, like you guys or whatever. I pull a card and ask everybody what they think. Just what do you think? Like what's immediate? Because if I pull a card that I don't like, I just put it back in the deck like I never saw it. It's terrible. Like I have zero discipline. So we're going to talk about that too. Like what that, you know, it's very, very basic, the class. Sorry, I had to take a sip. Okay, Lori Beck. Oh, the wheel. Oh, so now same. You know, I find that funny when cards come out from multiple people. Often it means that's for me too. That's a crazy little phenomenon. And all readers have this. If you actually read for other people, I'm going to give this little tip. I was reading at the Witches Ball in Salem last year in October. And there were 3 cards. You know, you're doing 5-minute readings. It's a 4-hour party, 5-hour party. It's like, you know, it's in the Hawthorne Hotel in Salem. It's such a great party. You know, Christian Day and Brian Kane know how to throw a good party, right? So it's a great party. And you're reading people 5 minutes, but these 3 cards keep coming out. And so I finally have to take them out of the deck and I put them to the side because they're clearly not for anybody else but me. And I had to go work with those cards for the next week because I realized they were mine. So the fact that this card's now come out twice, and there was another card that I'll have to think about that came out twice, it means we're all sort of on this, some of us are on the same wavelength. And so what I'm going to say to you, I probably should pay attention to myself. And Lori, unfortunately, somebody in your circle, you're not protecting yourself. You got to tighten it up. Your boundaries are being crossed, right? So I got that. I'm hearing this for myself as well. You know, this week was definitely, I don't know, maybe it's coming out of quarantine. Maybe I wasn't ready. I don't know. It seems ridiculous. I mean, it seems ridiculous, but nervous breakdown is definitely not out of the realm of what happened. I'm not laughing about it. I'm not trying to make light of it, but it was, like I said, I came on for my therapy, my Saturday morning therapy with you guys. That's why I came on to do this. So you got this. You're doing the same thing. You're allowing something. Your protection lines are no good. Put the wards back up. You know, your wards are weakening is really what I get from this, right? Lori's like, okay. Yes, absolute truth. Thank you. Much appreciation. Well, thank you. I love that. Let's see. I just got, yes, Nene says, I get that. Happy 4th. Nene says, wow. Linda, my first time here. I'm telling you, I find it so funny that it's everybody's first time here and it's totally off. I'm totally off the rails today. Totally off the rails. Thank you. Thank you for the reading. This is the 2nd video of yours I've watched and I love your energy. Well, thank you. My energy, I will admit, my energy is so low. So low. You know, empaths, we have this thing, and I try to say that, you know, it doesn't affect me, but then I get here where I'm at 0 and that's a problem. So here I am here with my therapist. Me too, Jenny. I'm always seeking knowledge. Oh, when I talked about, Yeah, I'm always a student. Always, always, always a student. I think I went to Hex Fest in New Orleans, and there was a class by Jason Miller. So if you guys are, Christine, you're the next person. If anybody is interested in like online teachers and stuff, he's really good. And I believe the name of the class was how to be a fortune teller and not a esoteric twaddle pusher. Like, let's be a fortune teller. Let's not, push drivel, like esoteric, you will release what no longer serves you bullshit. Let's talk to people about actual things. And I thought, oh God, I love him. And I've been reading for years. So I still go to classes. I still learn something. You still take something away from every teacher and every student. Like I still listen to my students talk about cards, and I'm like, I go write it down in my journal. I want to know, like, that's interesting to me. I've never heard that spin on that card that way, and I will always remember it. So I'm going to pick a card for Christine. My brother's probably like, I wish you'd get the fuck off of Facebook Live so I can power wash this things around here. So we'll probably hang out here till he's not aggravated. Live from the compound. Okay, Christine wants a card. Oh, so you pulled the collective card. So you're really tapped in. But what I will say specifically for you, again, there's some decision happening, and it could be a problem too. You're not quite sure what it is, and you're looking in all the wrong places. The place it's backwards. The place you need to look, it is right under your nose. The answer is, it's right here. I don't know if you're not willing to look at it, or there's something happening and you can't quite put your finger on it. Maybe you're afraid to look over here. You're afraid of the answer. It's right there, but you gotta really stick with the truth shall set you free. No matter what it is, you can deal with it. So that's Christine. Oh, Christina Marie, can I have a card, please? Of course, beautiful. You can. Let's see. Oh, again, you're going to take a class. How funny is this? Came out. So that's for me right now at this point. I'm going to pick another card for you, and I'm going to take that one out because I'm saying that's now not anybody's but mine. You see how that works, right? There's 78 cards. What are the odds that in 3 seconds I pull the same card 3 times? No, that one's for me. 2 cups again. So the cards want to yell at me today. Poor Christine's like, really? But I know that's not for her either. I know that's for me. I'm going to leave that out now too. Just showing you because I can't make this stuff up. What is this, 4th time? I'm going to take this out now too. Sorry. You guys got to understand the cards. This is what I love about the tarot right there. That is something that I love, that people don't understand how they're never wrong. So those are mine, and I know they're mine. And when my partner watches this back, her brain is going to go, I get it. Like, she'll get all the cards. All right, this is good. So this is for Christine. So this is the sun. And the sun says yes to me. Yes. It's a big resounding yes. So if there's a question, and it's so nice. It just was the solstice. This card says solstice to me. The sun is always going to shine. So any question that you sort of had in your heart, the answer is yes. And if you're thinking about any movement at all, this again is yes. The sun is, if you're in the doldrums about something too, this reminds you that the sun will always come out. The sun always comes out after the dark. So this is a nice one to pull. I'm glad I kept pulling until I got yours and not a continuation of obviously what the cards want to say to me. So that's sort of irritating in itself. Okay, so hey Liz, can I have a card please? I need something today. Yes. Okay. So I'm pulling a card for Liz. Oh, this is a lovely little card. You need something today. So 2 things about this card. The Princess of Cups often indicates to me, and this is not in the books, this is strict to me, so this is why I'm going to say it. This to me talks about a loved one who passed, who is either with you or sending you a message. This to me, if you got this pull here, I never say I'm a medium. I have family members that are mediums. I say I'm medium-ish. You know, there's a ish part to that, and that's right here in these cards. So to me, that you have a loved one that's either with you, saying, you know, hello, you know, that I'm with you, that I walk with you. There's, you know, and if that's the thing that you needed to hear today, that loved one that you're thinking about, or needed to hear from, or, you know, then know that whatever that is you said or wanted to say to them, they got it. You know, they're just checking in like, gotcha. That's really what this card would say to me, just like that. So that was Liz. And Lori says, LOL. Is pulling, I love that Deana asked me this. So is pulling for yourself bad or frowned upon? It's not. If you could be, when I say, it's not if you could be honest. You know, like I just here, that's why the cards are yelling at me. This is why these 3 cards kept coming out. This is for me. This is why I couldn't pull them for any of you anymore, because it's mine. The cards are going, these are for you, you know, and normally I would pull them and put them away. Like, you know, I need somebody else to tell me what they mean. That's really, I was trying to say, here we go. I was trying to say that I never had a card pulled for me. Yes, Mr. Ricky, I will pull a card for you. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you were trying to say. Oh, 4 of Wands. So this is a nice card. And again, I sort of know Ricky's a friend of mine. And there may be your home. This is about home and hearth, really. That's where this card begins. It's about your home, but it's a lovely card about your home. And so what I feel about this is, if there was strife or turmoil in your home, it ends. It's much like the King of, but this is more action oriented, I guess. It's more like you've had to do something to gain that peace. You know, you've done something, and that's, you're going to do something. It's really what this comes out to. And Ricky, I don't want to, like, I'm trying to be vague, like purpose, you know, on purpose, because there's a thing. And so, and I'm sure he knows what I'm talking about. Again, when you know somebody and you pull cards for somebody, you do have some insight. So I do have some insight, and I do think this is what points to that situation. So I think that that's going to be fine, is what I'm sort of alluding to. Okay. You can't spin doctor the results. Here we go. You can't spin doctor the results basically to be geared towards what you want. You can. When I say you can, people hear what they want to hear, right? The cards are no different. And the cards are, you know, I'm a filter. I'm an interpreter of these cards. It's like it's another language. So you guys want an answer from the universe, and I'm here to, Teresa says, are you picking cards for people? Pick one for me. I'll get to you, Teresa. Hang on a second. You know, I'm a filter. I can read the language of these cards, and anybody can. You could be wrong, I guess, is my point. I say, listen, doctors, lawyers, cops, they're not right 100% of the time. I mean, these people that we put on a pedestal to do that, they're do-gooders, and they, you know, detectives that are working a crime scene, you know, let's put aside what's happening in the world. I'm talking about somebody that we would consider a good cop, like with a good heart, that is working and gets it wrong. They didn't mean to get it wrong. They interpreted the scene wrong. It happens, right? Doctors get diagnoses wrong all the time. That's why they all have fucking insurance, right? They all have malpractice insurance. So the tarot card reader, you know, hey, we could be wrong. I could take this card, this 4 of Wands card that Ricky got, because sometimes this card talks to me about marriage. I know Ricky just fainted in his apartment. I've just made the man faint. But yes, sometimes this card talks to me about marriage. So could you imagine, like, I pulled this card and I looked at Ricky and I was like, wow, you're going to get married. Again, I had a little insight into something that was happening. I do understand that there's a little thing, and I did get, my immediate thought was that this had to do with that immediately, right? But sometimes that's what this card talks about. So what if, you know, in 3 weeks, Ricky runs off and gets married? I interpreted that card wrong. You know, it happens. And yes, we're humans. We're all fallible. Tony's laughing. We all want to make sure Ricky's okay and he didn't pass out. Now that I've said that, he's probably gone. Oh, that's funny. Oh, so did I put somebody on hold, right? That they wanted to see a card. And I said that I would pull one. Johnny Rush. Did I miss? Hold on. Christine says, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm going back because I don't want to miss anybody. Jason Miller, right? Jason Miller is like my spirit animal. Oh my God. I love watching you and your take on the cards. Thank you. Carrie says she loves my take on the cards. Empath issue. There's a lot of empath issues. We could do a whole day about that, empath issues. Yeah, we could do a whole damn day. Let me see. Wow, you guys commented a lot. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure. I'll take a card. See, I'm seeing new people. Joanne, hold on. Getting backwards. Okay, so I think I'm back to here. So if I have time. So hopefully, I'm sorry, she's still here. So I'm just going to grab a card. Joanne. Oh, Six of Swords. Again, this one keeps showing up. I'm gonna take that out. Do you see how it works? Oh, good Lord. It's terrible. Oh, okay. I know you're not gonna like this. Okay. She's like, no, bring me back the Six of Swords. This is just about transition. That's all this is about. Something that is in existence is no longer going to be in existence, or is going to look different. And that could be just as simple as a job. You know, you're leaving a job for another job. It really, the death card is just the ending of something. We end things all the time. It's a major life change. I will say that. You know, it's definitely major. The death card comes in that way, but it you know, it is something ending. And when something ends, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's a bad thing. It could be, I tell people all the time, you know, if you're in an abusive marriage and you pull this card and you get a divorce, well, how could that be a bad thing? You know, I think that that's what you have to understand about this card. It doesn't herald. I mean, it might herald suffering, but on the other side of that is exactly where you're supposed to be. And that's what this card really is about, that there is a new beginning. That's what you have to understand when this card comes in. So, you know, people get, they don't love that card. I don't think any of the cards ever really speak to something. I mean, you will go through something for sure, but nobody ever grew in their comfort zone. Okay. Same here. Oh, who missed the name of the teacher? And they said, okay, now I understand why that conversation, the great Jason Miller. Yeah, you learn something from every tower. Yeah, you learn something from everybody. Okay. I'm going to make sure. Okay, Marie, I feel like you're next. Again, if you commented you want a card and I missed you somehow in the feed, just comment again, because I'm going to go back. I'm going through the comments. And I'm going to go till about 11:30 because my brother really wants to power wash things. And the sun, as you can see my arm, it's creeping in on me here. So the sun's now coming over the house and I'm going to be in full sun, and Jenni Love does not like to be in full sun. Okay, Marie, hang on just a sec. Oh, this is a great card. So very, very quickly. I mean, you see this guy, he's working really hard. He's pouring these, you know, little stars of gold He's making things. Well, what this is saying to me is that your hard work is about to pay off, and about to actually pay off money-wise, monetarily. You've been working really hard, and it's going to show, and the dividends of that are going to be reaped. So this is a very lovely card when you see this card. So there's not much else to say about it. It's really a really lovely card. Christine, perfect. Thank you. Heather wants a card. My little friend, Heather. Hang on. Let me put Heather up here, and I can sort of keep track of who I'm pulling for. Oh, so 2 of Swords. Sitting on a decision. Twos suck, when you want to ask a question and you land on a 2, because this really means you just have one of 2 ways to go, and you're sitting there thinking about it. You're going to be presented with a big choice. Because she's really... I feel like it's a big choice because she's so indecisive about it, She can go one of 2 ways. That's really what's coming up. So I'm sorry it's a 2. I hate landing on a 2. If you were in front of me, we'd pick something else. I would pick something else. Going to be a half deck soon. Yes. Okay, Johnny Rush. Going to be a half deck. I don't know if I've ever told this story on our Saturday morning chats. Lisa Sebring, Wade Sebring, she's a great reader. She reads all around the Hudson Valley. And, I used to work for her in her little shop. She had a shop, and I would read for her on her special, psychic fairs and stuff. And so we would read a lot together at, like Luna Enchanted. We'd get together and do psychic fairs. And so here, this is a deck, right? There's 78 cards. So Lisa, I sit at her station before we were getting going, and Lisa's like this. I'm like, what is this? She's like, that's my half deck. What do you mean that's your half? What do you mean that's your half deck? What's a half deck? Like, I thought maybe she just read with the major arcana. Some people will do that. They just use 22 cards. And she says, no, I take out the cards that I don't like. What the hell are you talking about? You take out the cards you don't like. I've never heard of such a thing in my life. You just take out the cards you don't like. Okay. So now psychic fair goes on. She's reading with her fucking 12 cards. Like, I don't understand, right? She's a great reader. Let me tell you, she clearly doesn't need the cards is what I'm getting at. So my friend Michelle goes in for a reading with her, and she comes out, and I said, so how was your reading? She's like, well, she didn't find my husband. I said, well, because he's in the other half of the deck back at her house, the part of the deck she doesn't like. Like, I don't understand. But you know what? She gets it done. And so after that, this is why I love talking to readers and talking about tarot, because after that, I like this landing on this too, Heather. I would get rid of the 2s. Like, I fucking hate them. Like, they just say nothing, but so I get it. And the World card, that's another card that annoys me, because it's so pedestrian, Oh yeah. You feel, so anyway, it makes me laugh. It just cracks me up. Her half deck. So that's what Johnny Rush talks about. Going to be a half deck soon. Jenni Love, you needed this today. I said I needed this today. That's like, she says that like it's a fucking revelation. I said that right at the top. I needed this today. This is why I'm here. Let's see. Jenny, I'd love a card. Hey, Michelle. How are you, honey bunny? Okay. Let's see. Let's get a card from Michelle. I hope she's still here with all my whining and stuff. And the sun is creeping in. I'm telling you, when the sun creeps in, I'm done. Okay. So as soon as I saw it, Michelle, here we go. The knights, princes in most tarot card decks talk about a message. But when I saw this, my immediate thought was Archangel Michael. So you're going to need to, I feel, call upon the Archangel Michael for something. You need protection. You need heads lopped off. Yeah, you need heads lopped off. I don't know if you're allowing certain things to happen in your space, or there's definitely a fight coming, and he's always a great one to call upon for sort of backup, right? When you need that you need the muscle. That's what's coming, That's what I feel like when I see that card. Sorry, Michelle. Pull one for me, please. I need an answer to a dilemma. Hey, Lisa. How are you, honey bunny? All right. She needs an answer to a dilemma. There's a lot of that going on today. My pile keeps stacking up over here. I got it. I got it loud and clear. Okay, Lisa. Okay, so you need an answer to a dilemma, and I get the Three of Pentacles. Now, the Three of Pentacles, it's really funny. In my Tarot Chronicles group, we have talked about this card ad nauseum as of late. So if I knew more about your dilemma, I might be able to gear this a little more specifically to your exact issue. But there's definitely a lot of people involved. I mean, if you notice, he's working, and these are like the supervisors, right? So to me, you need an answer to a dilemma. I almost want you to seek out other counsel for the answer. You're going to need to do work. You're the one that's going to need to be able to actually facilitate the work. However, I believe you're going to need direction in order to do that, if that makes sense. So that's what I feel like when I see this card. Okay. Hey, Anthony. Of course I remember you. I like that. I feel like I might have something to tell you. So hang on just a second and I'll see what the cards want me to tell you. See, that's another one of these cards that we keep pulling. So I'm going to go with this one. One of the other cards, the card that I first pulled was definitely a me. And not like it's just when they keep coming up, I got to get rid of them because it doesn't speak to me. So this one spoke to me because this was the one underneath that card. So this is Six of Pentacles. So what this card says to me is it's funny. It's not a two. However, it is a choice. You will need to make a decision, but it's to me specifically financial. It's about it could be an investment of energy as well. Yeah, it could be energetically, but my immediate feeling was monetary. So I'm just going to stay there for a second, and you're going to decide where to put money. And it's specifically about investment. It's not about spending money or paying a bill. Like that's not it. It's more about where am I investing? I want this to grow, this money to grow. So whether it's new business or something, but there's two avenues, or maybe many avenues. There may be multiple, it may not just be two. You may be looking at a couple of things. So you're sort of needing to decide which place to go, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, honey bunny. All right. So it's getting to be, I'm not going to pull any more cards. Thank you for the information. Oh, thank you, honey bunny. Yeah, is that Sean Wilson? Where is he? Did I miss him? It's so funny. Michelle Hughes says, hi, new viewer. That's really funny. I have so many new viewers today, which I love that. It's just, we normally do a live chat and then we do a sound bath and meditation. My partner brilliantly delivers guided meditation, and I use drums and singing bowls, and because we started this in the apocalypse. The very first week we all got, we're in New York. The very first week, Mr. Cuomo sent us to our rooms, and we started it then because we felt like people needed it. And then we kept going. And today I need it. Today, this is completely for me. I had I just think I wasn't entirely emotionally connected. I couldn't function. I just couldn't come back. Everything annoyed me. I had multiple meltdowns and realized, oh, you need to fucking take a step back. And that's what I did. So I thank you for joining us on sort of the off 4th of July, Jenni Love live from the compound day, It was totally, I really just wasn't going to do it. And really very last minute, I came out here, I had my bone broth. I'm like, all right, I'll just pull cards, So, but I do want to get off here by 11:30 only because I know my brother does want to, he's like, really, he'll walk by just to can I get something done today? I want to get something done there, witch. Get off, stop talking to the witches. So check us out on both event pages, see what's happening. Like I said, I have a tarot class this coming up this week on Thursday and Thursday. It's a 2-night class. I am offering it online. There's only one seat left in the shop, but you can take it online. It's very beginner. You're going to get very elementary information. Teresa, it just occurred to me that you said pull a card for me, but I'm sorry. I will get to you in Tarot Chronicles. Sorry. Yeah, I was trying to go through the feed and now I remembered I saw you and I was talking and I missed it. So I apologize. But anyway, so come back, we do this every Saturday. Next Saturday, I'm going to have Jill. Jill is going to deliver our meditation next week, and we're going to discuss what she does. She's a Reiki master, and she does past life regressions, and that's fascinating. We did them in the shop, so we're going to talk about that. And like I said, I have my tarot class, and then we have JJA is coming. John de Blasi is coming in. There's a skull class, and it's like crystal skulls. I know I'm going to say this wrong. I think it has to do with dragons and something. Dragons and angels. I don't know. I'm not sure. Dragons and something with this skull class. But if you go on the event page, crystal skull class, you'll see what we're talking about. The store will be open Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, and one Sunday a month. That is coming up the schedule. Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and one Sunday a month, which would probably be the first Sunday. The physical store would be open. And we believe that the website will be live within the next few weeks so that you could order products way more easily than we have been with the hi, just call us and we'll get an order to you. It's been, you guys kept us pretty busy in the apocalypse. So, and we're not complaining, but we need a website. So we're working on that. And hopefully in the next few weeks that comes up also. So I thank you all for keeping me sane this week again. And next week, come and check us out. 10:30. CHiCK.CHAT. Bye guys. Go get your witch on.